BookTube, it's Louise, the Big Head Bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day wherever it is you are, whatever it is you are doing. How are you? It is Friday the 27th of March and it's time for Friday Reads. It's Friday Reads, it's Friday Reads. I'm sat in my car, it's Friday Reads. Yes, indeed. So I am sat in my car outside the hospital which I work. Don't worry, I will be changing my top before I leave at the end of my shift today. So for anybody that's concerned about the fact that I'm sat actually wearing my uniform, it's just because it's lunchtime and I'm going to go back into the hospital. But normally I wouldn't wear my uniform out of the hospital. We're now changing before we go in and come out. So yes, how are you doing? How are you doing? It's a funny old week. It's been a funny whole week, this has, hasn't it? Thank you to everybody that watched the last video. This is the second Lunchtime Reads, which happens to be on a Friday, so it's now Friday Lunchtime Reads, which I'm abbreviating to Friday Reads. Old school, like. I have no washing that I can see from this angle. I can see people, though, occasionally walking to their cars. I am not going to be as obsessed about people walking past. And I'm not going to feel as conscious. Actually, I might do. But somebody did say, well, you just look like you're FaceTiming. I thought, yeah, I look like I'm really organised for my FaceTiming because I've got like kind of a mini tripod set up. I like to FaceTime people hands-free, which sounds dodgy, but it's not. For all those people that thought it was dodgy. It's not. So yes, there's a chap walking towards me. I don't know him, though. Hello. He nodded at me. I'll do a little nod back. Like that. Tried to say, move on with my nod. So yes. Here we are, and it's Friday and I'm here to talk about books. Let's talk about books, baby. It's all about the books here. So it was lovely to see all those people in the last video which was about Hilary Mantel's last book in her Wolf Hall trilogy, which is called The Mirror and the Light. It's just come out this month. I'm still loving it. I'm still struggling to get in too far in it because I just go to sleep at the end of the day. I'm so tired. But the people are willing to give it a go because they find it difficult. It has a particular style that she's writing in that book, and it does take time to get into it. It's also an awful lot of names that she kind of throws at you, but you do get used to it, and I absolutely love it. I really, really do. And if anybody can give it another go and enjoys it, wonderful. I do think you need a bit of headspace for it, though. It perhaps isn't the book for if you're feeling at all anxious or fearful, which many people are. I'm meeting a lot of people in hospital and people that I work with who are normally stoic and have the appearance of a swan just gliding through the day, that are struggling. It's uncertain time for everybody, and so please be gentle with yourself, and Wolf Hall might not be the book for you at the moment. So I'm loving it at the moment and I'm prepared to give it a go, but I looked in the mirror the other day and I said to the woman in the mirror who was looking at me, I said, you know what you want? And she said to have my roots touched up, and I was like, okay, harsh, but yes, it's a weekend job. Coming up to the weekend, steady on, love. I said, no, not that. I think what you need is an escapist read. What haven't you read in a while? And she thought for a moment. She said, I don't know. What haven't I read in a while? And it was a thriller. I haven't bought myself a thriller. And a kind of an impulse thriller. Is there such a thing? Yes. Yes, there is. If you're a thriller reader, you'll have your authors that you really like and that you think, I'm going to go and... Okay, I always read fill in the blank. But then you will have an author that you just, on a whim, pick up. Now, it might be that you'll just happen to be in a kind of bookshop and you'll see a display of it, or you'll happen to see it mentioned, or you see an advert, and you just go, yes, that's what I want to read. I want to read that now. And the thing is with those books is to read them then. Don't put them on your shelf, because then you'll look at them about three months later and go, why the hell did I buy that? Whatever persuaded me. You need to strike while the iron's hot, and so I've bought myself an impulse thriller, and I think I'm going to just pause my Hilary Mantel this weekend and I'm going to crack on with this thriller. So let me show you what it is. And the woman in the mirror said, okay, I can go with an impulse thriller and a roots touch up, and perhaps we need to look at your brows. And I was like, I think you're a bit harsh. I'm not going to talk to you so often. But anyway, this is the book that I showed her. It is called 13 by Steve Kavanagh. Now, I do not know why I bought this or where I got this from, where I thought this was the book for me, but I saw it and I thought, do you know, that's the book I want to read. It's a thrillery book and it looks interesting, and I've never read anything by Steve Kavanagh. Now, I've actually read something by Steve Kavanagh with a K, but not with a C. Is it the same chap? I don't think so. Let me have a look, see if it's the same chap. Nope, it's not the same chap. But he looks like there's some of the books, that some of the thrillers that he writes are in the series, and this is not. This looks like it's a standalone. It says the murder trial of the century is here. A ruthless prosecutor, a brilliant defence lawyer, a defendant with a secret, and a serial killer on the jury. How interesting is that? Is there any chance we can stop doing all of this stuff? Oh, it annoys me. If anything comes out of this coronavirus, can we make it this? I mean, who decided that looks good? Obviously, that looks... And it looks like it's a sticker, and you raise your hopes and you think, oh, I can pull that off, and you can't because it's part of it. But anyway, so this is it. So this is my weekend reads that I'm going to give myself a bit of time to get lost in an escapist bit of a fiction, and this is going to be it. So I shall hopefully next video be able to tell you what I thought of this, because it will be nice and quick. So there we go, BookTube. This is short and sweet. This is Lunchtime Reads, and this is the book I'm going to be reading. Hope you're well. I'm sending much love to everybody that's out there that is feeling at all concerned in any way, shape or form. Know that you are not alone, and give yourself all the time that you need to experience the changes and understand that everybody's experiencing difficulties and concerns and discombobulation, which I offer you as a word of the day. This has been lovely, BookTube. Let's do this again.